working on a bug body here.
Bug body?
A bug body. This is for Lady Bug Me. It's a ladybug with a bug zapper part, if you will. And I am just working with my hydraulic pipe bender and just starting to bend the body itself. You know, it's just going to be probably 6 or 7 1-inch diameter pipes, and just bend them into a nice shape and get them welded in. One of them will be removable because the bug zapper will be big enough that when the pipes are all in place, you won't be able to get it out. So I'll just leave one with just, you know, a couple little screws in it or something. You undo the screws, take one piece off if you ever want to change it, put a new light bulb in it, you know, things like that.
How are you going to get them all the same?
Dogged tenacity, I think, is how I normally do it. One of my really favorite tools here in the shop is my lift table. It's an old hydraulic car lift. It's one of the in-ground lifts, you know, the big chrome cylinder of the post you used to see in the garages way back when, you know, in the gas stations. It had the 4 arms on it you would drive the car up on, and that would pick up the car. Well, when I bought this building, it was a garage, and I had one of those in the floor. Pull that mechanism off with the 4 arms and put a big steel plate on there. So now I've got a table that goes all the way to the floor. It goes 6 foot in the air. And another thing it does is it makes it a little easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. So what I started out with was I had my umbrella. This is the top for the umbrella. I knew I wanted it at 5'6", so I just put a mark down. I know that it's 5 inches tall, so put another mark. Now I know where the bottom of the umbrella is. And then I can kind of work out, once I put the bug zapper in place, okay, well I've got this much room and that much room, you know, so I can kind of fudge with it a little. I know I'm going to use a 8-inch diameter polished stainless ball for the head, so you get a nice reflection off of it. Add a couple of goofy little antenna with little balls on them. Well, now I only have that much room. So then just get my nice arc that I want in there. Just draw it freehand. So I've got two drawings on the table to outline the body itself. Add some little legs with some little feet. Kind of draw in the antenna or the wings. You know, they'll come later. I just, you know, so I have some idea of what I'm looking at. But now I know I'm going to start right here in the middle, and I just want to get that arch right there is all I'm trying to do. And it's not it's not a smooth arch. You know, it's a variable arch, if you will. So that's what I'm using the pipe bender for. And you just go slow. So I know I need to make a throat, if you will, you know, a center of the chest or the shoulders right in this area, so I have something to plug all the pipes into and weld them all in. So if I need everybody up right in the center, I can always trim them back just a little bit just to make all of that work, and then just follow my outline, bend it a little, you know, do maybe a 2-inch bend on it, real slow, check it, bend it a little, check it, bend it a little, check it. It takes time, you know, working with this machine. If I had a pipe roller, instead of a pipe bender, I could roll them out. But you still, with this kind of a shape, with this kind of a design, you still have to keep adjusting it. You know, so you don't get just one continuous curve. I want it to be sharp, and then I want it to, you know, even out a little bit, and then it's going to get sharp again at the bottom. So you'd still be playing with it back and forth, you know, testing it, fitting it, working on it. But that's the name of the game. That's what I'm doing. So make one. Once I get a nice shape there, I'll just flip it over. You know, I'll mark it in the center. I'll mark it at the base. I'll flip it over, get rid of this line, redraw it, and then I'll bend the next one to fit the metal pipe. So they both come out exactly the same. And then just bend some more until I have enough pipes to go all the way around. Then I can make my throat, I can make my pelvis, and put them together.
How did you know how big around to make the pipe?
I guessed. I just guessed. You know, I looked at the size of the bug zapper. I looked at the size of the head, and that's about to scale. You know, the size of all the different pieces that are going on here. I got a piece of 1 inch, I got a piece of 1/2 inch, and I got a piece of 2 inch. Just because that's what I had out in my stock out there. And brought them in and set them here and looked at them a little bit and thought, well, you know, one's too big, one's too small, one in the middle is just right. So for the body, I'll make it out of this. You know, now the legs, I might go, you know, if this is 1 inch, I might go to 1.5 inches for the upper part of the leg, and then take it back down to 1 inch for the lower part of the leg, and then I'll just have to play with the size of the feet. And, you know, it's going to be tall enough with the umbrella. There's going to be a little bit of wind catching, if you will, because of the umbrella. So I'll probably put some little tabs on the feet for anchors, and we can just anchor it right to the concrete, just so she doesn't fly over the fence. That would be exciting. So that's what I'm doing. You know, it takes a little while. You know, this is why sometimes with, you know, metal sculpture work, it takes months sometimes, because you got to sit there and play with it and figure it and, you know, work it out as you're going along to try to make everything fit. So let me put my bender back, and I'm going back to work. We'll see you next time.